Shakur's trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he want.
I'm that guy. I don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just take a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is going to be a statement.
Shakur Stevenson is fully locked in at training camp, sharpening every part of his game ahead of the Teofimo Lopez fight. He's drilling speed, footwork, and defense while tightening his combinations and overall ring strategy. Every session pushes him to the edge, improving his reflexes, conditioning, and control. The focus, discipline, and intensity in camp make it clear Shakur is preparing to be at his absolute best on fight night.
Skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he want, and make the.
Stevenson is motivated to prove himself to anyone who still doubts him. Even with his accomplishments, he feels there are critics who question his elite status. Each fight is another opportunity to silence that noise and reinforce his position as one of the best fighters in boxing today.
Yeah, on my way. You just sleep yet? And most people know if you wake up, no, they think with
3 interview on the Ariel Helwani show. Shakur Stevenson spoke confidently about his upcoming bout with Teofimo Lopez and addressed his critics head-on. He stated that Lopez has never faced a fighter at his level and believes he will challenge him in ways others could not. Shakur also suggested that Lopez would struggle against truly elite fighters like Terence Crawford, saying Crawford would likely overpower him. While respecting Lopez's abilities, Shakur made it clear he does not view him on Crawford's level. He also discussed his promotional situation, explaining that although he had considered moving on from Matchroom, Eddie Hearn's involvement now provides strong structure and support for this major fight, showing how seriously he approaches both preparation.
Honestly, I got a chip on my shoulder though. Like, I got something to prove. I feel like with this fight, a lot of people sleeping on me. A lot of people don't think that I'm that guy. They don't think that I'm that guy who I've been my whole entire career. Sometimes it just take a little minute to adjust and adapt, and I'm adjusting and I'm adapting well. So July 12th is going to be a statement.
Analysts have broken down the matchup, pointing out key strengths and weaknesses on both sides. One major concern identified is Lopez's difficulty with movement. While Teofimo is explosive, athletic, and dangerous with his power, he often struggles against opponents who move well and force constant adjustments. This becomes critical against Stevenson, whose footwork, timing, and patience allow him to frustrate aggressive fighters. Boxing analyst Bruce Carrington has noted that Stevenson's ability to control distance, change angles, and keep Lopez uncomfortable could neutralize Lopez's explosive attacks and open him up to clean counters. Lopez thrives when he dictates the pace, but Stevenson's defensive awareness and rhythm changes could limit those opportunities. The consensus is that raw explosiveness alone won't be enough. Lopez must stay disciplined, make adjustments, and choose his moments carefully, or risk Stevenson control.
Ooh, I mean, that's their opinion. Like, you know, they could say that. But I know he never fought nobody on my level. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Teo has never seen nobody as good as me in his life.
He's talking about, like, once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. Bud is too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terence?
I'm not going to say he's on a on the Terrence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
One thing that was interesting to me was it seemed like you were going to move on from Matchroom, but now Eddie Hearn is involved in this, and this is a Matchroom event. It seems like, I know it's a ring card too, but he's promoting it here in the United States. So what is the state of your relationship with Eddie and Matchroom at this point?
Eddie's my guy. I'm actually not signed to Matchroom, but he's my guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Hearn, and nothing but respect to him. But I'm glad he's the promoter that's on this card. I'm glad to share the spotlight with his promotional company.
So if he's your guy, how come you're not signed to Matchroom?
I mean, it's just business. If it makes sense, then I will. You know, if it come down to it and that's what makes sense, then we'll do it. But right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Okay, so are you just more of like your own man at this point? Your own entity?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you negotiate with the ring people, with Turkey? You just do that yourself?
No, me and my manager.
Other viewpoints suggest Lopez performs best when facing elite-level opposition, with his performance rising to match the challenge. Against a fighter like Stevenson, Lopez is forced to operate at his highest level, relying on timing, reflexes, and ring intelligence. This fight is not just about power or physicality. It's a test of mental sharpness and adaptability. Analysts believe Lopez can rise to the occasion, but only if he controls his aggression and avoids predictable patterns Stevenson can exploit. Shakur's speed is also a crucial factor. Many observers describe his speed as a form of power, with punches arriving faster than opponents can react. Veteran analyst Ennis points out that fighters often struggle to anticipate Stevenson's timing, which could be decisive against Lopez. By combining precision with speed, Stevenson can dictate the tempo, disrupt Lopez's rhythm, and punish openings, giving him a clear tactical edge in key exchanges.
Teo is gonna bring the fight. He's very athletic. He has a lot of explosiveness, and but I do feel like when it comes to Shakur, bro, his movement may frustrate him. The only thing that worries me when it comes to Teofimo is his frustration. Like, is he gonna be able to work well with a mover? We've seen, difficulties that he had with Sandor Martin. We've seen the difficulties that he had with Jimmy Ortiz, guys that's been moving around and not staying still. Like, if you keep Teo moving around and he can't plant his feet, what can he do? We're going to have to find that out on, January 31st. And I think Shakur, he's probably one of the best guys to, move his feet, be on defense, being hella patient and frustrating a fighter, bro. Like, so, I don't know. We've seen Teo get frustrated to the point where he's asking himself, do I still got it? You know what I'm saying? We got to see what his mentality is going to be like come January 31st.
Do you think that his experience on the biggest of stages, his two biggest wins, he was an underdog, and both guys, ironically enough, were southpaws like Shakur. That play any factor to you?
Nah, styles is different. The styles are totally different. Lomachenko don't fight like Shakur. Josh Taylor don't fight like Shakur. I don't see, just because southpaw, that same thing will happen. I feel like certain techniques could be used to fight Shakur, yeah. But in terms of like that approach of the fight, nah. Like, Shakur fights totally different. You gotta be able to do some out of pocket stuff with Shakur. You gotta throw while he's throwing. That's probably some of the only time